There are some phases where everything in life feels like a holding pattern. That was my feelings in January 2022. I'd just come back to my hometown after a rough breakup, crashing on my sister's couch while figuring things out. Jobs were scarce, and pride wouldn't let me ask family for help. So I dusted off my old beat-up Honda Civic and signed up for delivery apps. It was supposed to be temporary, just a way to scrape together rent, gas money, and maybe enough for a greasy slice of pizza after a long shift. But no one warns you about the other side of delivery work, the weird side. I was working nights. Something about the quiet suited me. Less traffic, fewer angry customers, and tips tended to be better after dark. It was a Tuesday, dead cold, wind howling, one of those nights where you can feel the chill in your bones. I remember sitting at the gas station parking lot, sipping bad coffee, scrolling aimlessly through my phone when a notification buzzed in. Standard fast food order. Suburban address on the edge of town. I hit accept. The drive was nothing special. Quiet streets, flickering street lamps, that hum of tires on asphalt lulling you into a trance. I pulled up to a cul-de-sac. One house lit up faintly by a flickering porch light. I got out, jogged to the door to escape the cold. The guy who opened it? He was unsettlingly normal. Mid-30s, short brown hair, clean hoodie, blank expression, but something about his eyes, like he wasn't all there. We exchanged the usual pleasantries. He handed me cash, grabbed his bag of food, and said, "Drive safe." I got back into my car, rubbing my hands together to warm up, and then I glanced into my rearview mirror. The guy was standing in the middle of the street, not waving, not walking, just standing there, facing me. Same blank face. I shook it off. People are weird. Maybe he was watching me leave. I cranked the heat, put it in drive, and didn't look back. About an hour later, another order pinged through. Different address, other side of town. But the name? Same guy. I almost laughed. Maybe he was just hungry. When I pulled up, this time it was a dimly lit apartment building. Same guy standing outside under a flickering bulb. I tried to lighten the mood. "Man, you're keeping me busy tonight," I joked. He smiled. Finally, some emotion. But it was wrong, like he was forcing it, like someone trying to mimic a grin without fully understanding it. "I eat a lot," he said softly, voice flat. I handed him the bag, shuffled back to my car, and when I glanced at the rearview mirror, he was still standing there watching me. At this point, I figured I'd logged enough hours, but before I could clock out, another ping, same name. But this time, no address, just coordinates. It led me to a derelict industrial district, rusted warehouses, chain-link fences, and the distant hum of machinery. I pulled into an empty lot, headlights catching the outline of a familiar figure. Same hoodie, same guy. He was standing there holding a delivery bag, but it wasn't mine. The bag was old, worn, like it had been sitting in that lot for years. And then, as I sat frozen in my seat, he mouthed something. "Check your mirror." I did. Nothing there. But when I looked back out my windshield, he was gone. Bag too. I sped out of there, heart pounding. Back at home, adrenaline fading, I checked the app history. No record of any of those orders. No payments processed. No drop-off locations. Nothing. The app had no idea I'd been out there. 2 days later, I got back behind the wheel, determined to move past it. That's when I spotted him, standing under a streetlight on my route home. Not waving, not moving, just smiling. I floored it, eyes glued to the road ahead. But in my peripheral vision, every reflective surface Storefronts, car windows, even puddles. I swear I saw him standing there, grinning, watching. It's been over a year since I quit deliveries, but sometimes, late at night, when I'm driving alone, I still catch myself checking the rearview mirror more often than I should. And every once in a while, when the road gets quiet enough, I swear I see him, smiling,